What is the number one piece of advice that I would give to a new Etsy seller?
Did you and your husband go to college? If so, what did you study?
You guys work so hard. Are you worried about burning out? In today's video, we are going to answer all of your burning questions that you guys asked us over on Instagram. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Dylan Jarris, and I'm an Etsy seller of about 7 years. I've sold over $1.5 million in revenue on the platform, over $1 million in profit, and now I teach Etsy sellers just like you how to build multi-six-figure businesses. And this is my husband, Wes.
I am active duty military, but when I'm not doing my full-time day job, I have a second full-time job, which is helping my wife.
So now let's jump into your questions.
Best advice on someone very new with how many products to begin on a platform?
So for this, I would say getting started is better than getting started with a specific number of products. I would get at least, 3 to 5 listings up, get them up, get some feedback from customers to see, do they like it? What are they drawn to? What do they care about? What do they not care about? The sooner you can get that information, the sooner you can build out a product mix that people actually like. Get 5 products up. That's my best advice there. How do you prevent burning out with so much on your plate? Etsy family coaching. How do you not burn out?
It's all about helping out each other. So when one of us is struggling, I think the other person is there to support the other person. And it's always about, how can I help you today? What can I take off of your plate? How are you doing? And when you have a team and it's not just one person doing everything, I think that's part of how you avoid burning out. The other part of it is really just that this is something that we really love and we're passionate about. Everybody kind of has a hobby or something that they like to do. Some people like pets. Some people like to watch TV. We like to help Etsy shops grow and meet their potential.
We like to work ourselves to death. No, we really do love to work. We're only working because we want to. And it's exciting to help people build businesses that, are changing their lives. The Etsy shop is pretty much fully outsourced to an employee who comes to our house and does everything for Etsy. In terms of family, we really try to be present to create cool experiences when we can. We went to a hotel this weekend. It was a lot of work for one night away, right? You come back, you're like, why did I do that? But the little smiles and things when your kids are going down a water slide at a hotel, it's worth it. There's no such thing as balance. I don't believe in balance.
That's for sure.
We basically prioritize different things at different times. This is a time of growth. A lot of people would be overwhelmed or shy away from this level of maybe chaos, but we're excited about it because we know people aren't willing to go through this type of chaos and growth. And, if anything, this is exciting to us more so than burning us out to the point where me, have a hard time even going to bed at night because I feel like there's so much I could be doing.
I wouldn't have everything be perfect. And so many people, they want to wait to start something or wait to try to do something because it needs to be perfect. For us, every day is a combination of successes, huge wins and some things that could go better. The rush order product should contain a PDF or something to send to the customer?
Nope, no PDF, no nothing. Just mark it as shipped and link it to another order.
Messages like, we would love to become our ambassador. Please DM are real?
No, just delete those. I'll save you some time. This is good. Wes, do you meditate, do yoga, or anything in order to re-energize and have at least 30 minutes to yourself?
If I had 30 minutes to myself, Dylan would probably ask me about 10 minutes in, where are you? What are you doing? We don't really have time to do stuff like that at the moment. But, you just try to find little moments in your day where you can do something that's meaningful. I have about a 30 to 50 minute drive to work. And so, I get to listen to podcasts on that drive. And that's something that I know Dylan is sometimes I'm so jealous. You get to drive to work by yourself.
He gets to be in the car alone. How amazing is that?
Yeah, without a 5-year-old.
I don't do any meditation, but I do look at my app. It's Jesus Calling. It's a good devotional. It's efficient and it's meaningful and it's a nice way that I like to end my day. I always try to remember to do that, especially when I'm very stressed out. That's the first thing that I think that I should be doing. So yoga, no.
I got her a yoga Groupon years and years ago.
Yeah.
I think you haven't used it yet. We'll see.
Yeah,
Maybe this next year.
I like the idea of yoga, but for some reason I would feel really anxious not getting things done if I'm just sitting there and breathing. Yeah, so for me, re-energizing, not a problem. We've got a lot of energy.
How to take good pics for Etsy and what should the background of the photo be like? Thank you.
That's a good question. So you should definitely be testing different backgrounds. Do not have every photo have the same background. You have 10 different photos in your listings, and it's an opportunity to see what people respond to better. I would recommend trying out different backgrounds, some light, some dark, some more lifestyle photos, some more studio photos. There's 10 different types of photos. I recommend having 10 different angles as well. Even with mock-ups, it still applies. I would definitely make sure, you have the variety.
What is the number one advice would you give to somebody that has just started Etsy shop with POD?
Figure out fonts and figure out what looks good together, because one of the biggest rookie mistakes is that I see people picking these fonts that look terrible together. If the fonts are terrible, no one's gonna buy it. If you're putting wording on anything, make sure you look up, Canva font duo, Blogger font duo to learn what fonts look good together. And the second thing, which should probably be the first thing, is targeting profitable customers. Do not build a POD shop that is just copying bestseller listings. Not a good way to build a business long term.
You work so hard. Are you worried about burning out?
Not really. I'm not concerned about burning out. I would say I'm more concerned about potentially becoming the constraint of a business where I don't want to be the bottleneck. I want to make sure that I'm getting the right people in at the right time so that we can grow and scale in a healthy way. And that's something I really learned from our Etsy shop early on. I waited way too long to hire help, and it makes your life miserable if you don't get help in at the right time. So I'm not worried about burning out. I'm focused on getting the right people in at the right time.
How can Pinterest work now that Etsy cannot be linked?
You actually don't need to be linking your Etsy shop to Pinterest. You can set it up as a Pinterest business account. I show you exactly step-by-step how to do this, but you're basically using the Chrome extension. You don't need to be creating brand new pins every time you're pinning something. You can do it pretty quickly right in your shop, right in your listings with the Chrome extension.
Are your YouTube videos scripted?
So I come up with an idea and a rough outline. It's not word for word. I'm not reading off of one of those teleprompter things. I have an idea of what I want to communicate, and I'm talking off the cuff. So no, nothing's scripted, but I do have an outline so that I know what point I'm trying to get across. What are your family's goals? Sky's the limit.
So in the next couple of years, we really see ourselves kind of moving closer to where family's at and trying to be intentional about spending more time with family. We've really enjoyed the opportunity that we've had to live in Southern California here for the last couple of years, but that's been a sort of a temporary thing while I've been in the Navy. Looking forward, we're excited to kind of settle down, be a little bit more stable for a while.
Yeah, so my parents are in their 70s, and I have a sister who's 2 years older, and she's disabled. So, eventually, I'll be her guardian. So she has some, very serious medical things that I'm going to need to learn how to take care of her and to be, everything she needs. So we will be moving back towards closer to my family. It's not because we love Minnesota and we want to live in a freezing cold place. It's really because that's where the people are. We probably wouldn't move there if they weren't there. I feel a huge sense of responsibility to them. They've given me so much, and I want to be there for them when they need us. So in terms of other goals, we are really focused on, building a machine that can create generational wealth. Part of that is real estate, which is what Wes is really interested in. My mentality with things oftentimes is how fast can the car drive? When we're in a state of growth in so many areas of our life, kind of feel like things are unstoppable. And I love building businesses, and I love building things big and pulling levers at the right time to scale things. So that's kind of what we're doing in our life. Even now it's giving us options to do whatever we want, to spend our time how we want to. This so happens to be how we want to spend our time.
For a digital download shop, is it possible to make $10,000 a month? Will I get there with bundles?
You definitely can get there. Now, it totally depends on what you're selling and the value of it. It's really about the value proposition of what you offer. Are you selling clip art that you're kind of stealing off of Canva? Or are you making website templates for Show It or WordPress or something? It's really about the value of what you're offering. So you definitely can hit 10K months with digital products. But for digital products, the potential of it really rests in the utility and the value that you're offering.
Just watched a video of yours, and you keep talking about your Facebook strategy. What is it?
Yes, so that is something that I do keep for my students in my program, Multi-Six-Figure Etsy Blueprint. So we are working with, right now it's over 830 shops who are in the program learning the strategies, but that is something that I do reserve for them. It works so quickly, so well. It's kind of my my secret sauce when it comes to social media. So we are keeping that as part of what they get in the program. Did you and your husband go to college? If so, what did you study?
So I actually went to the Naval Academy, not college. I was a chemistry major there. So it's a normal 4-year undergraduate degree. You earn a bachelor's of science no matter what degree you choose. I chose chemistry. Haven't really used it all that much since then in my job in the military.
Yeah, and I went to the College of William and Mary. It's in Williamsburg, Virginia. And I studied marketing and international business. I was pre-med, but I faint so easily when it comes to anything like blood related.
You would not want her to be your doctor. She would say, ew, that's so gross. I'm sorry, I can't watch.
I'm gonna throw up.
Yeah.
I always say that. So so I went the business route.
How do you choose what to sell?
So we actually don't start with what to sell, but we start with who to sell to. So we are choosing our customers and then we're choosing our product mix. And we choose to sell to people who have, higher discretionary income, secure, stable jobs. They value time more than money. And we look at what they're coming to Etsy for already, who they're shopping for in their lives, what expensive hobbies and activities are they involved in. And then we build our product mix for them. And what happens is when you do this, you basically build a product mix for people who have consistent spending habits. And then your income becomes very consistent. And that's what we focus on. So what I teach is not a product-centric way to build a business, but it's a very customer-centric way to build a business. And the results are dramatically different.
Third kid,
yes or no? Oh my God.
It's funny. We've talked about this before. We love our boys so much, but we also look at the future, as Dylan kind of talked about earlier. Being able to be there for her sister who has a pretty severe disability means that it probably is a lot of responsibility to do that and have like 3 kids. So for right now.
Yeah, my sister is going to be, she'll be like the responsibility of having a 3rd kid. I want to make sure that we don't bite off more than we can chew. We know our limits. If we added a baby to the mix right now, I don't know what would happen, but I don't want to find out. So yeah, I always wanted a girl. I was a little bit bummed that we never had a girl, but now I'm like, I can't even imagine anything different. And we're 32 and 34 and our boys are 5 and 1.5. We're really happy with being a family of 4. Well, thanks so much for watching. Stick around for part 2 of the Q&A. We're going to finish the rest of the questions then. If you like this video and you want to see more, please subscribe to the channel. And if you have a question that you'd like us to answer in a future video, just put it in the comments and we will get to it in the next Q&A. All right, we'll see you next time.